I wasn't going to speak here because we have so many excellent, inspirational speakers that we gathered, around the world who are Gambian and one non-Gambian to come and inspire us. So my work was to just put this thing together, which we have done, and then allow them to speak. But I was forced by my team that I must make a statement, and that is why I haven't prepared any formal statement. So I will start first by thanking His Excellency the President. Your Excellency, we know that you traveled 22 hours yesterday from China. And your presence here is a clear indication of your commitment to support the private sector and all members of society on a way to forge the way forward for the new Gambia. So we appreciate this. And your presence also is an indication of your support for this initiative. So thank you very much. Let me also thank my aunt, who is doubling up here, not only as the Vice President, but as a mama, Auntie Farmona Tambajang. She's been very supportive of this. I mean, I have been into her office twice, 3 times actually, seeking her blessing and advice on the way forward. And Ma, thank you so much for coming in. I will then thank these inspirational speakers. I mean, we've discovered that there are so many Gambians, who are doing so well in the international arena. So for them having to come at this time of the year, we all know it's Christmas. Some of them are Christians. They've abandoned their families. They've paid for their fares. They've paid for their accommodation and refused to take in any remuneration. This is a commitment. This is a commitment that we have Gambians all over the world, as said by my sister, who are committed and willing to support the new government on the way forward. Let me single out Professor Pat Utomi. Professor Pat Utomi is a brother of mine, a friend of mine, well-known international economist, inspirational speaker, travels all over the world. We started bumping each other way back in 1992, 1993, jumping around in Africa on the West African Enterprise Network. Professor Pat Utomi was one time a presidential candidate in Nigeria, highly respected. Again, Christian, he left his family there, committed in this cause, and he's here with his wife. Pat, thanks for coming. Now, I wasn't going to, as I said, give a statement here. When my team had asked me to do so, I decided probably to speak on the objectives of this gathering. But the Right Reverend Allen had also given us a rundown of the objectives, so I will not do so. But let me go back to the theme. The theme of this event, the opportunities and the challenges in the new Gambia, from an entrepreneurial perspective. As we all know, I'm an entrepreneur, so I see quite a number of opportunities, but there are challenges. And in order to be successful in achieving these opportunities, we need to face and address the challenges. So over the years, say about 5 years ago, I keep thinking about my retirement. What I would do at retirement. I had always planned that at 60, I would love to retire, and I'm retired. So when I thought about retirement, what would I do if I retire at 60? So what came up was, well, my corporate social responsibility. Everything that I have had in my life was given to me by the Gambia. I was trained, raised, and made a name in the Gambia. So I think it is time to give back to the Gambia. So what we're doing now is part of our strategy on corporate social responsibility, where we give back to our country. So in giving back to our country, we're looking out and extending a soft landing to the hundreds of thousands of Gambians who are willing to come back home but are finding it difficult to be here. I am connected on LinkedIn with about 16,000 followers. And you will be surprised with the number of young kids that keep sending me mails on LinkedIn, on emails, asking for advice, asking for guidance to come back home. So through this, we have now registered our foundation, the TAF Africa Foundation, of which I will be very busy. So with the foundation, these are the things that we'll be doing. We are going to build one of the most modern training skill centers in Gambia, in which we will train all these young Gambians that have lost hope. The thousands of young Gambians who we are seeing dying in the Sahara Desert, going across the Mediterranean. We could have been one of them. I see my brothers there, Kabir, Jeru, we are all young at that age. We've done all sorts of things, but today they're all doing well. So we believe that if we give them a chance, they will excel. So it is our commitment that this year we'll start building our vocational training center. So I'll just move fast. As I said, I don't want to bore you with all this, and go into the next objective, which is our new projects. In our new projects, we have about 4 that we are negotiating with the government. Some of them we've signed already. I mean, as you go out, I will ask you to look at the promotional materials. Housing, it's a basic human need. I have gone across Africa over the past 10 years or so into 36 African countries. Most recently been invited by heads of states, by ministers of housing, on trying to solve the big housing deficit in Africa. So last year we launched our vision to develop 1 million homes across sub-Saharan Africa. We were going to start it in Nigeria. Obviously everybody knows how active we're in Nigeria and how successful we're there. But charity begins at home. So we are home now. And with President Barrow's government, we are launching a development of 10,000 housing units. We are also going to develop the business park, which we have signed recently last week. All the details are there, so I wouldn't bore you with the details. We're partnering with Social Security and Housing Finance Corporation on a very modern mall in Brusubi. We're building our own head offices, which also will be renting out. It's a tower, very modern, one of the first eco-friendly building. This we expect that it will finish by the first quarter of next year. All these projects are about $500 million over the next 10 years. So when I say this, people now ask me, how can you retire with all this? I mean, I have the brain, I have the vision, but we have also been building a structure. We are well structured. I don't need to be on the ground to get these things happening. So I'm still on my retirement. I enjoy jogging at the beach at midday. Ken is laughing. Hanging out with the boys. I love that. So I think on this note, I've spoken about the foundation. I want to take recognition of my people there, the disabled. And I have a program with them. Through our foundation, we are financing them. That's why you can see them there here in numbers. So in short, I don't want to bore you with a very long statement, as my brothers and sisters here are going to do so. I will finally like to thank my elders over there. I can see Mur Senghor, nobody would have dragged him here. My Sering Alaji Hatib Jane, just to mention a few. This is a demonstration that there are, still the so old guard, Uncle Ibutal, who are willing to serve one way or the other. That's the purpose of it, that we see Gambia beyond a political divide, beyond ethnicity, beyond religion, but we see ourselves as one Gambia. So ladies and gentlemen, without more ado, I would like to thank you so much, big sister. I think I've done well. She's always worried when I do this, because I don't write speeches. I love speaking from my heart. And she is a trained public servant, and you can see the way she's writing things. So I hope I've done well. Thank you.